if you're spending your days managing tasks and people, you're not a founder, you're a project manager or a personal assistant to yourself. In this video, I want to talk about what really bothers founders, and that is daily management of the company. You see, I've done operations for the last 12 plus years across 50 different companies, and there's not one founder that I remember that actually enjoys daily management, which is weird because I certainly enjoy it. Maybe there are a small group subset of people that do enjoy it, and I'm definitely one of them. So, what is it about daily management that's painful? Number one, the first thing that comes to my mind is babysitting employees and freelancers. From what I gather after working with so many founders, is this constant babysitting of employees and freelancers. That's kind of the gist that I hear from them. It feels like a chore. It feels like an annoying parent. Like, have you followed up on X, Y, and Z client? Have you done this work? Why? And usually when the why comes up, things are really stressful. Why haven't you done this? Why haven't you done that? Gosh, I've heard this so many times. It's pretty wild. I hear it on a day-to-day basis. So that would be the first item. The second one would be fulfillment. So fulfillment usually around the service or anything post sale. So a lot of the founders that I work with, as soon as they close the sale or get a customer, they just they feel like they've done their job and they just want to go and find another customer or work on the product or work on the brand. It's not something that they actually want to do, the actual fulfillment of the service. A lot of founders don't actually enjoy doing the work that they promised. It's a bit weird, but it is what it is. The third item that I find that a lot of founders just don't like doing is finance, which again, it just blows my mind because I'm an operator. I like doing all three of these things. I don't mind babysitting employees and freelancers because I have tight systems to allow me to do this easily. I like doing fulfillment because I'm a nerd. I like workflows that work. And finance, it's like, it's finance, it's business. You should like to know about how money works into your business. But a lot of founders I work with don't actually enjoy finance. There's something about it that makes them feel uncomfortable. I think it's their personality. I think a lot of the founders I work with think of it as a hurdle. Financial discussions, "Oh, bottom line. Oh, I need to conserve my expenses." There's a lot of pain around finance, a lot of pain around discussing finance. The moment I bring up a P&L, a cash flow statement, or a balance sheet, you can just see the kind of, like, blank stare of, like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, let's just talk about branding. Let's just get to a meeting. Let's just go somewhere." So it's funny. These are the three most common things I see all the time, which is if you zoom out and me as an operator, I zoom out and look at this, there's not you can't neglect this. This is important stuff. This is just the way business is. You need to deal with those three things. I think a lot of founders misunderstand that they have to be in it day to day, constantly managing these three things: babysitting, fulfillment, and finance. And a lot of these founders, especially this ADD, OCD, fast type, A typers, they think that they need to be involved with everything, but in actual fact, they can structure the organization around their personality if they have rock solid systems in place in order for them to be truly themselves. So what do founders really want? I'll tell you. Again, 50 companies, 12 years of doing this, building brand and building product. There's always something around, I just like touching the product. I like the brand. I like the vibes. I like some technical aspects of it. They like the physical product or the brand, things that other people can resonate with. There's something about this resonation between a customer and most importantly, potential customer, eyeballs and feeling rather than the actual doing and the execution itself. It's like they want to be on top and just kind of delegate everything and not get too much into the weeds. They don't care really how things get done as long as that gets done in their perfect imagination, which is fair enough. It is what it is. It makes a lot of sense as well. And then the second thing that I see the founders that I typically work with really want to do often is sales. They just like sales, but not the entire sales process, just the beginning. Finding a customer, getting them to bend to their will, getting them to buy the thing, convincing them that they need what they can offer, right? The customer needs what I can offer them. So if I zoom out, it's a lot of emotions, a lot of emotion, based activities and decisions. That's what the founders typically want to spend most of their time doing. So there's a sort of disconnect between pain, what you need to be doing day to day that you cannot neglect, the babysitting, the fulfillment, and the finance. Then there's the other side where it's like, I just want to build amazing brand and product and emotions and get stimulated this way. And then sales, as soon as I capture the fish, the customer, the fish, I don't want to deal with them ever again. There's this disconnect, this polarity between the two. Here are the three ways of doing that. What the founder's job actually is hiring good people, people that actually know what to do. Because the babysitting of employees and freelancers most of the time is just around under budgeting the people that you want. You expect a certain level of quality, but you're trying to pay peanuts. Well, there's a saying, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys, right? So hire as best as you possibly can, and with that comes a bigger budget. The notion isn't to try and squeeze your budget. The better way of dealing with this so you don't get sucked into daily management again is connected to point number 2, which is securing capital and resources. This is a fundamental job of the founder. You need to be able to raise capital, whether it's through credit financing, whether it's through other investors, whatever it is, you got to figure out how to bring food on the table, which actually is an emotional stimulating activity. Could be through sales, it could be through luring investors, whatever it is. That's the key. Get more money and then you can hire better people rather than, oh, this is all the little money that I have and let's just try and scrape by and try and spend all this time training and upskilling folks that are just so way behind on your quality expectation. It's just such a waste of time, waste of your valuable time. The third and most important part of what the founder's job actually is making decisions. If you zoom out and take a look at your years of operating a company from the idea all the way to where it is today, all it is just making decisions. And if you're not good at making good decisions, then obviously that's going to have a long-term impact, especially to your operations, which keep dragging you back, right? So when decisions aren't made clearly, when they haven't been thought through, because a lot of the founders I work with, they're typically really heightened with emotions. They're really agitated, really upset, they're really fast, and they're one day they're really high, one day they're really low. And they're just making these quick, rapid fire decisions without really thinking, what is it that I'm trying to do? Going back to this basic principle of decision making, screw business, just making sound decisions, right? Is this person a good hire? Do we really need to launch this product? Do we really need this tool? Should we really spend this money? These are all little decisions every single day that the founder makes. And it's not one big decision. It's usually constant little decisions here and there, be it important or not. The wrong type of decisions that founders don't think through typically get them glued back into the daily management, right? Hiring the wrong people or making a quick, brash decision about getting this tool that nobody really wants to use anyway, and it's just going to be a giant waste of time. Boom, once the tool fails, gets sucked into daily management again. Oh, let's hire this person, and all of a sudden, this person sucks because he's your friend and he's not qualified. 2, 3 months later, you're going to need to offboard, and you spend so much time 2 steps forward, 5 steps back, and it's just constant game of going back and forth, and then you blink and you wake up, you're 3 years in and you're like, "Where did all this time go?" So, the founder's job is really hiring good people, making sure you have the capital and resources that the company needs in order to do its day-to-day management. And the third one, most critical one, is just make good decisions. By the way, when it comes to decisions and you're having issues making logical decisions, we have an offer called Ops Direct. Check the link below. We help founders make good decisions right then and there. It happens in 90 minutes. We actually deal with their business problems right then and there. Make good, logical, technical decisions. If you're not a technical founder, it's perfect for you. So, link in the description if you're interested in that. The next piece I want to talk about is usually when things are chaotic, the founder typically starts exploring hiring a chief operating officer. Okay, so things are moving quite quickly. Daily management's pulling you in. You're not doing the things that you really want to do. You're doing things that you have to do, which really suck. And then you start exploring hiring a chief operating officer. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes, again, that's a bad thing. It might be another bad decision. Maybe your systems are just not set correctly, and your brash decision is, oh, let's just hire a chief operating officer. If you're thinking about hiring a chief operating officer, before you do that, watch the next video. It might save you a lot of time and money.